Welcome once again. In chapter 1, we have listened about Naina, her experience on the first day at the gym, and how she bumped her car into the new car of a smart man, yet a stranger. She also met Manvika in the steam room, with whom she has shared her experiences of bumping the car of a stranger. The next morning was beautiful. At least to me it was. Sunlight streamed through the sheer curtains of our apartment, and I could hear birds chirping in the distance. As I lay in bed next to Siddharth, I reminisced about the happenings of the day before. I turned to look at Siddharth and put my hand on his chest. I realized it had been long since we had been close, really close. I had to wake up Sid for his golf. He would be gone all morning. But I didn't feel sad. I was happy. After all, I had something excited to look forward to in the day. The idea of going to the gym promised to fill the void in my days. Siddharth yawned and turned his head towards me, adjusting the pillow with one hand. He placed his other on mine and looked at me. Not getting late for golf, husband? I asked. He picked up his mobile phone from the side table. It was 6. Yeah, I'd better get going. My friends would be waiting, he said in the husky morning voice. He was about to get up from the bed when I locked my hand in his hand and pulled at him. He looked back at me. Arey, what happened? He asked, surprised. I looked at his face for a brief while and then smiled and said, Nothing. I released his hand and he walked straight into the attached bathroom. As he got busy getting ready for his golf, I wondered if he would enjoy a morning workout in the gym with me. Husband and wife running on the treadmill next to each other sounded like a fun proposition in my mind. I thought I would talk about this idea with Sid. But before that, I would have to check what time the gym opened in the morning. My session at the gym had been the same as the previous day. I stretched and warmed up, after which I did about 45 minutes of cardio. And then, just like the day before, I ended up finding Manvika in the steam room. The steam vault had just gone to snooze mode. In the silence that occupied the next couple of minutes, Manvika found the opportunity to go back on the subject which we had just digressed from previously. Clearly, the guy's reaction to my blunder had tickled Manvika's thought buds. She was not through with that conversation. The steam had begun to settle down. In the yellow light of the bulb, the visibility of the room was partial. So what do you think about the guy? Why did he react in the way he did? Could it be because you are beautiful? Manvika asked, wiping the water off her arms and adjusting her posture. I don't know why she was still stuck on that subject. I could not help giggling. Honestly, it was a bit strange for me to talk about him with Manvika. You must be thinking, हाथ धो के पीछे पड़ गई मैं, that I'm just not letting the topic rest, she admitted. And I decided to respond to her with the same straightforwardness. The beauty of the person at fault won't compensate for the losses of the one who has incurred them. So the way I look is not going to make up for the damage I did to his car. Interesting argument, Manvika said. Argument? I am a news anchor, you see. The vocabulary is an occupational hazard, Manvika clarified. Then she added, but good looks do raise expectations. Expectations? What expectations, Manvika? You know that I'm married. I smiled. Does it matter? Manvika responded while unwrapping her towel that had come loose across her body and draping it back. She didn't mind baring her body to me, even though it was for a second or two. Perhaps she was comfortable doing so in the mild fogginess that pervaded the room due to the steam. I noticed a tattoo on the left side of her wrist. It appeared to be a scorpion crawling down. Shouldn't it? I asked, trying to focus on our discussion. For some reason, Manvika didn't answer that. Instead, she asked, "But how would he know that you are married?" I looked at my finger and recalled that I had placed my ring in the locker during the workout. I had feared that the pulley push-down cable would rub the sign off my ring during the exercise. "I was wearing my ring," I said. Then she affectionately said, "Ironically, the ring won't make you look less beautiful." "It certainly makes me appear forbidden, I guess," I was quick to respond. "And the forbidden fruit is so sweet, my dear," she said, grinning naughtily. I laughed. "What about you, Manvika? Are you married?" "Yes, I am," she replied. We had been debating for a while now, but I felt alive. That's the beauty of holding a discussion with an intellectual like Manvika, I thought. She could quickly present a completely opposite point of view and make it sound logical. I had just begun to enjoy our discussion when someone opened the door. I suddenly became conscious of my surroundings. The outside air rushed in and the clouds of steam dispersed. The temperature dropped again. Two ladies, wrapped in towels, stepped inside. Amidst the fog that took a few seconds to adjust their eyes and notice the two of us, after which they found places to sit. I wished they had not entered the room at that moment. Manvika continued with the conversation, completely ignoring the presence of the two other ladies. "So wouldn't you agree with what I said?" I asked. There was no way I was going to continue though. "I don't know what you intend to prove, but it will be interesting to carry this discussion tomorrow. I have to leave now, else I'll be late." She clearly sensed my discomfort. Makes sense, but I am not here to prove anything. I am a seeker, rather. A curious person who is often looking for answers. Sure, I got up to redrape my towel as I prepared to step out for a shower. As we got out of the steam room, Manvika reminded me of the personal trainer program in the gym. About half an hour previously, in the changing bay of the ladies' room, she had told me that she had opted for a personal trainer program. As per the program, she had a dedicated instructor to train her. It's a more professional and goal-oriented program, she had told me back then. I recalled that the day I had visited the gym for the first time, the salesperson had spoken to me about it. But I had not shown any interest. As long as there were enough floor trainers to help me, I didn't need any fancy trainer watching me every move. But Manvika was all praises for the personal trainer program. "It's really good. It keeps you focused. I achieved my goals faster than I would have otherwise. Check with the front desk. Arav, my trainer, is quite good," she said. "I will," I promised before leaving. Outside the ladies' room, I bumped into a familiar face. The recall was not instantaneous. I had just deposited my used towel and turned back when this happened. We sort of blocked each other's way. I immediately moved right. So did he. Then he moved back left. And so did I. I got nervous. I looked at him. Underneath a sporty navy blue sleeveless jacket, he wore a colored white t-shirt. Navy blue track pants and sports shoes completed his look. Over his jacket, closer to his left chest, was his name on a label. In that split-second rush to give way to each other, I failed to read the name on it. He looked at my face trying to figure out something and then immediately said, "I'm sorry," after which he stopped moving and made way for me. I nodded and smiled as I walked away. I guess he smiled when we passed each other. I imagined it was a mysterious one that I had experienced earlier, one that had made me nervous before. I kept my eyes glued to the ground, and yet there was not a moment that I wasn't aware of him. I knew I had seen him before. At the glass doors near the reception, I turned back, now almost sure where I had seen him before. He too turned around. We were now looking directly at each other. He was still smiling. My heartbeat grew faster. My eyes must have told him that I had recognized him. Yes, it was him. It suddenly struck me that I should reach out to him and ask if he had got his car fixed. But before I could do so, he waved his hand at me, turned around, and left for the men's room. The back of his navy blue sleeveless jacket read, "Personal Trainer." That was chapter 2, from page number 10 to page number 15. Thank you for listening. I wish you'll have a lovely time ahead. Be healthy, be happy. Thank you.